I think this is horrific. The idea that we have unmarked paramilitary troops at the federal level violating the Constitution and also violating our rule of law that is supposed to protect citizens.
In this video, Hasan Piker debates Michael Knowles. Hasan Piker and Michael Knowles argue whether or not the U.S. military should be deployed to disperse riots that get out of hand and aren't able to be controlled by the city's police. With that, let's watch Michael Knowles humiliate woke Hasan Piker.
On the left, Michael Knowles on the right. Michael, you usually advocate for states' rights. Do you like federal troops in the streets of Portland? Do you think that something like this is necessary maybe in a place like Oakland?
But to put down an insurrection, absolutely, we do need to get federal officials here. I mean, this is part of what the DHS was founded to do, was to protect federal property, and they were assailing this federal courthouse. But also, our very Constitution is sort of based on this kind of thing. You know, this goes all the way back to 1787, Shays' Rebellion. The criticism of the Articles of Confederation is that they didn't give the federal government sufficient power to put down an insurgency. That is in large part why we got the Constitutional Convention. This is very much in keeping with American politics and American history, and I hope that we can put down the insurgency and restore some order on our streets.
If you were playing the drinking game for the issue is, and you had Shays' Rebellion, take a shot now.
If you like watching videos like these, like and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. Let's get back to the video.
Let's go to your response to these scenes.
Oh, I think this is horrific. The idea that we have unmarked paramilitary troops at the federal level violating the Constitution and also violating our rule of law that is supposed to protect citizens, especially in a circumstance where they are exercising their First Amendment rights, is disgusting, but also expected from the Trump administration. I think Trump is scrambling to win as many people as he possibly can, because everyone is hyper-focused currently on the ongoing devastating pandemic, which has taken more than 130,000 lives. So what he is trying to do in an effort to capture his withering base of support is to put down the boot of law, I guess, to enforce this law and order on largely democratic cities. It's a purely political spectacle. It has devastating, absolutely devastating precedents that it's setting. And I am shocked that libertarians who stand proudly against tyranny are not out in the streets also protesting alongside the moms and leaving it up to the moms and dads of Portland to push back against tyrannical government overreach in the form of a police state.
Well, it should go.
Doesn't this kind of seem like a silly topic to debate, especially to frame it under a states' rights thing? Personally, I am all about states' rights, but if there is a large group of people rioting, looting, burning things down, attacking people, and the police in that city have been overrun or just aren't being effective in restoring peace, what would Hasan have us do? Just let hundreds or thousands of people burn the city down? And then he has the audacity to say that they're sending in paramilitary troops to stop folks from exercising a constitutional right. Free speech and protest are absolutely a constitutional right, but I don't think burning down a city and attacking your fellow citizens is a right granted in the Constitution. Of course, I'm no political expert like Hasan. Obviously, sending in federal troops to a city, it is an extreme measure, but it is only used as a last resort, again, where the situation is so out of control that the law-abiding citizens are in danger and there's absolutely nothing they can do about it. There's no one that can help them. You know, the police are ineffective or outnumbered at that point. To Hasan's point, I would say, what if you are just trying to live your life and you're a law-abiding citizen and you're afraid to walk outside or afraid that your storefront or your home or whatever is just going to get smashed to bits or you're going to get attacked? I mean, do you think those people really care what uniform the people that come to help them are wearing? It's so silly. I was young, but I kind of remember the 1992 Los Angeles riots. the National Guard and Marines were sent in there to help stabilize the situation. Anybody who doesn't remember that or doesn't know about the LA riots, go watch some footage of it and see if you think they needed extra assistance to get that thing under control. Not to mention the legal framework for sending in federal troops to cities in extreme circumstances is the Insurrection Act of 1807. It specifically allows the president to use federal forces domestically to restore order under very specific circumstances, like insurrection, rebellion, like I said, when local authorities cannot enforce the law. So I'm not exaggerating at all when I don't even understand how there can be a debate on this issue. But let's hear what else they have to say. Let's get back to the video.
Without saying, just one point on this, Alex. It should go without saying that burning down federal courthouses is not a legitimate exercise of one's First Amendment rights. But I would like to correct one thing that Hasan said here, which is that the troops are unmarked. The federal officials are unmarked. That is not true. They're wearing uniforms. The uniforms clearly say what agency they're a part of, and actually the uniforms identify the agent numbers right above the label that says DHS. So they are very well labeled. And it would be, I know that sometimes the Antifa troops are also wearing uniforms, but I think it's pretty clear who's working for DHS.
I think that
Sorry, I don't remember exactly what Hasan just said, but was he saying somehow the local police are at fault when all this rioting and looting is going on in cities? What is he talking about? Where is he pulling that from? And I do agree with Hasan that anyone that is sent to restore peace in a city should be identifiable as law enforcement, but I don't know how you would get them confused with some local militia group or whatever he's talking about. And I think Michael Knowles referred to this, but I can tell you the people that definitely aren't well marked is like the anti-fascist groups like Antifa. I mean, they cover their faces. They're all in black, and you definitely don't know who they are. Anyway, we want to hear from you. What do you guys think on this? Am I being too dismissive of this idea that looting and rioting and burning down the city and assaults on people, maybe even murders, don't you think we should use that regardless of states' rights? We all care about our country. I don't want to see cities in anywhere in my country being burnt down and trashed and then all those people having to rebuild. Because the real victims, like I said, are the law-abiding citizens. So anyway, sorry, I got on a tangent. So do you think the use of federal troops to quell those situations is appropriate, or are there laws or precedents aside from the Insurrection Act that I'm missing that would perhaps give me more context that may make me rethink my position? Let us know. As always, we really, really appreciate you watching, and we will see you on the next one.